Well, here we are in England going into our third lockdown. It's only the 4th or 5th day of 2021, and I always knew we were going to go into lockdown for January. I knew they would want to do that to us. It just seemed predictable, really, keep us all locked up. But I'm not going to moan about that at the moment. I'm going to moan about the fact that I'm not getting any new impressions. And for those in the Gurdjieff work, you will understand what I mean. This last 9 months has been a very unusual for everybody year, but not getting out and having new impressions has definitely affected me. And I can see I try to get out and about, try and travel, I try and see the world, I try and meet new people, try and experience new things to gather those impressions that Gurdjieff discusses, and it's not been happening, and I'm beginning to feel everything's becoming the same old, and very stale, very stagnant, and it's finding ways to get new impressions that have been difficult for me. The only new thing I see every day is by going for a walk in nature, which is, all nice and lovely, and I do enjoy it, and I don't want to bemoan nature, but sometimes I could just do with seeing a friendly face or meeting a new person and learning something from them. But that's not happening at the moment, so instead I'm having to work on myself, and by doing these little videos it kind of helps me put things in perspective. So I thought I would read from In Search of the Miraculous, pages 181 to 2, all about impressions. The human organism receives 3 kinds of food: the ordinary food we eat, the air we breathe, our impressions. With every external impression, whether it takes the form of sound or vision or smell, we receive from outside a certain amount of energy, a certain number of vibrations. This energy, which enters the organism from outside, is food. Energy cannot be transmitted without matter. If an external impression brings external energy with it into the organism, it means that external matter also enters, which feeds the organism in the full meaning of the term. Without impressions, a man cannot live a single moment. If the flow of impressions were to be stopped in some way, or if the organism were deprived in some way of its capacity for receiving impressions, it would immediately die. The flow of impressions coming to us from outside is like a driving belt communicating motion to us. The principal motor for us is nature, the surrounding world. Nature transmits to us, through our impressions, the energy by which we live and move and have our being. Impressions, air and physical food enable the organism to live to the end of its normal term of life and to produce the substances necessary not only for the maintenance of life, but also for the creation and growth of higher bodies. And that's from Ouspensky's In Search of the Miraculous. So even though we're in lockdown, let's find ways of getting new impressions to each other. Take care, peoples.